Our guest today at MoneyShow is Gordon Pape, editor of Internet Wealth Builder. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure to be here.
Could you give us an overview of your investment strategy?
Well, basically, what we look for in the Internet Wealth Builder is for very solid, well-established companies, dividend-paying stocks with a history of dividend increases. That's our main objective. But we also look for companies that are up and coming, for companies that we feel are perhaps underfollowed, undervalued, and that have strong potential for growth down the road. So we do and sometimes go in that direction, and this is why we centered on Shopify as the stock of our choice for growth for this year.
Awesome. At the start of the year, you chose Shopify as your favorite stock for 2017. Since then, the shares have risen 107%, making you the #1 performer among the 100 stocks featured in this year's report. Could you explain the original rationale behind choosing this stock?
Sure, and it's nice to be #1, I have to say. The reason why we chose it originally is that sometimes in life, good stocks just fall into your lap. Now, in this particular case, my daughter started to work for Shopify. My granddaughter, let me correct that. She started to work for Shopify, and I didn't know much about the company. And a lot of people don't, I think. It's not. It's a high-tech company, but it's not Silicon Valley or anything like that. It's based in Ottawa, Ontario, which is not exactly really known as a hotbed for high-tech. But it's a company that has a number of things going for it. Number one, it has a specialized product that is designed to provide digital access for medium and small-sized businesses. And it does that very effectively. It has strong management. It has great team leadership. It has the product is absolutely first-rate. My granddaughter, when she was working for the company, would go on and on about the real strength that this company had, and kept prompting me to look at it and to say this company is really going to grow. So I did, and I found a very impressive story. Also, the fact that it's now listed on the New York Stock Exchange, which gives it exposure to American buyers as well. And as a result, I was very impressed, and the growth has been phenomenal.
Could you share an overview of developments at Shopify since the start of the year?
Yeah, one of the things that you look at in companies like this is how much is revenue growing. And in this particular case, Shopify in the first quarter of this year showed a 75% increase year over year in revenue, which is pretty impressive. For the full year, they're projecting growth of somewhere in the area of about 60%. So they're saying this growth is going to continue. Now, the company is not yet profitable. It runs at a small loss, but I would remind you that Amazon ran at a loss for many years, and of course, we now know what happened to that stock.
Given the stock's strong performance so far this year, do you still recommend it as a buy?
Yes, it pulled back recently. We've seen a weakness in the tech shares, which is not surprising. It's been an area that's been extremely strong, and perhaps some of the stocks ran ahead of themselves. So Shopify has actually pulled back a little bit. At one point, it got to over $100 a share. It's now back around the mid 80s, and certainly at that level, I think that it's a good time to start adding to your positions. I wouldn't go in all at once. We don't know how much the tech sector is going to continue to pull back, but take a small position. If there are any further pullbacks, you can add on weakness.
This is Zach Levine with MoneyShow, and we've been speaking with Gordon Pape, editor of the Internet Wealth Builder. Gordon's website is buildingwealth.ca. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.